ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनविरह कातुराजुआः पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तर्वो विनेदुस्तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्षै क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि तं शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। राधाचिन्तनिवेशिनं यस्य कान्तिविलोपिता श्रीकृष्णचरणं वन्दे राधालिङ्गितं विग्रहं। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभुनित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्दा। All together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My humble obeisances to my spiritual master Nitya Vishnu Vishnupad Sotashad Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj and similarly to my Shiksha Gurudevs Nitya Vishnu Vishnupad Sotashad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj and Nitya Vishnu Vishnupad Bhakti Vigyan Shila Bharti Gosai Maharaj. My equal Dandavat Pranams to Abhin Gurupad Padma, non-different Gurudev Nitya Vishnu Vishnupad Sotashad Bhakti Vallabh Tirth Gosai Maharaj and Nitya Vishnu Vishnupad Bhakti Vedanta Shila Vaman Gosai Maharaj. To entire Rupanuga Guru Varga, Saparikar Srila Prabhupada, Saparikar Sachinandan Gaur Hari, and all glories to Shri Radha Madhav and all his parikars. My heartily gratitude to all assembled devotees who came from so far for this 9-10 days festival here in Seattle to settle down here. Devotees came from Texas and also from Oregon and also from Seattle.
Bellevue.
Bellevue.
Federal Way.
Yes.
Yeah. I came from very far. With one purpose. In these days, every evening, we're going to hear Srimad Bhagavatam Gatha. But the only point is getting only 1 hour to speak. Whereas the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam is so elaborate. I need at least 3 hours every evening. So 6 to 9. Supposed to be 6 to 9. But everyone is working what to do. So everything is short, cut short. No, this is the world of cut short. We are in this house today, disciple of Nitya Vishnupad, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vallabh Tirth Gosai Maharaj, Shri Vishakha Didi here, And this year is very special, celebrating 100th birthday of our Guru Maharaj. She is Vishakha Dasi, not Vishakha. Vishakha is the Sakhi of Radharani. Why her name is Vishakha? All the gopis of Radharani, their manifestation of the moods of Radharani. She expanded herself in so many forms to serve Krishna. The Vishesh Bhav of Radharani, a special mood of Radharani, came as Vishakha. Vishakha means Vishesh Bhav. What is that? Unparalleled mood, the special mood of Radharani. The only mood is she has nothing to do with anyone. She also has nothing to do with Krishna. She only has to do everything for the love of Krishna. For that reason, even if she has to rebuke Krishna, chastise Krishna, or performing sulky mood towards Krishna, or submissive mood, whatever it is there, is only to enhance the love for Krishna. So even Krishna is not a priority. Ashlishya va padaratam pinashtumam. Even Krishna is not the priority. The priority is the love of Krishna. And that's why the aim and object of Gaudiya Vaishnavas is not to attain Krishna. That's not our aim. Our aspiration is to attain Krishna Prem. Mahaprabhu came to give not Krishna. Mahaprabhu came to give Krishna Prem. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate. Bas. Now these topics is so deep and subtle. Many people of other sampradayas, they can't even digest this. You people rejecting Krishna. You saying Krishna is not the aim, then what is left? But they don't understand. Krishna is not the aim. Even the demons, they got killed by Krishna and they attained Krishna. Shri Rupa Goswami Pad is describing in Bhakti Sam Sindhu those demons who got killed by Krishna in Braj, in Gokul, where Krishna never hold any weapon. They all got Sarupya Mukti. But when Krishna stepped out from Braj, he goes to Mathura and Dwarka and he's killing demons with his chakra and other weapons. All the demons got Sayujya Mukti. It's too different. So even getting killed by Krishna in Braj is so auspicious. They got Sarupya Mukti. Kamba Dayalum Sharanam Rajena. Srimad Bhagavatam is Sri Mad. Sri means Radharani. Mad means the special mood of Radharani is Srimad Bhagavatam. If we say Bhagavatam is, not we say, but the scripture proves that Srimad Bhagavatam is the form of Krishna. How Srimad Bhagavatam is the form of Krishna? If we say Srimad Bhagavatam is equivalent to Krishna, it's also not proper. If we say Krishna manifests himself in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, it's also inappropriate. Then what is the proper way to say? Is Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna. It's not even a matter of comparison. No. Srimad Bhagavatam itself is Krishna. Hari Naam, Abhinatva Nama Namani. The name Krishna is Krishna himself, not the manifestation of Krishna. Naam, Vigrah, Bhagavad. These are manifestation. We say manifestation, but the proper way is Krishna himself appeared as Srimad Bhagavatam. From 1st to 12th canto. The 1st and 2nd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is two lotus feet of Krishna. You remember? Last time I told. 3rd and 4th canto, two thighs of Krishna. 5th canto, I told last time. Always in a lecture, make a notebook and a pen. Otherwise you can't remember. 5th canto is the navel of Krishna. 6th canto, the broad chest of Krishna. 7th and 8th canto, two arms of Krishna. 9th canto, the neck of Krishna. 11th canto, the forehead. And the 12th canto is the head. Where is the 10th canto on?
Heart.
Face.
Smile.
Face.
No? Heart?
The beautiful mild smile on the face of Krishna. Means of the face of Krishna is 10th canto, not heart. This 10th canto. Which is, so keeping little basics. You know, when you go for massage, therapists are there, they ask, you want high pressure, low pressure, medium pressure. So, Bhagavatam is Paramahansa Sahita, is for Paramahansas. You understand Paramahansa means? Paramahansa means the stage, which is the 4th stage of sannyas. There are 4 stages of sannyas. First one is Kutichak. Second is Bodhak. Third is Hansa. And 4 stages Paramahansa. The first stage of sannyas is, after sannyas, Kutichak. Kutichak means kutir. Kutir means a cottage. Whereas sannyasi build a cottage and he do some practice, some bhajan, read shastras. The second stage comes is Bahudak. He start traveling, preaching, getting realization of what is practicing. It's easy to say Sarva Dharman Paritajye Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Yes, in Krishna Bhagavad Gita, give up everything and surrender unto me. One of the disciples of Sri Ramanujacharya, he approached his Guru Maharaj saying, Gurudev, I learned entire Bhagavad Gita. Then Gurudev Ramanujacharya asked, so what is the most important instruction of Krishna? He said, Gurudev, Sarv Dharman Paritajya. Krishna said, give up everything, surrender unto me. Sri Ramanujacharya said, so did you ever surrender yourself, complete self to Krishna? You have realization of this verse? He said, Gurudev, I want to realize this. Then go Bahudak. Go out and get realization of this verse. Preach. Because when you go out and preach, it's not that you're only going to get glorification and garlands and shawls and flowers, but you're also going to get critics. You're also going to get critics. Somebody asked, why I'm getting critics without any reason? I've not done wrong to anyone, but why I'm getting critics? Why? Sometimes it happens, right? We are good. We never done wrong, but we still get critics. And then we get restless, agitated, irritated. Then one Acharya described on this matter, saying that when you get glorified, you are also not worthy of that. But that time you don't get agitated or irritated. You happily embrace that, right? So when you happily embrace that glorification, which you are not worthy of, you're not qualified of, then similarly you also have to be occupied with embracing those critics too. This is called realization. This won't come on the stage of Kutija. Means, if I'm just alone in my room doing bhajan, then I'm more humble than a blade of grass. I'm more tolerant than a tree. I give respect to everyone and I'm not expecting any respect from anyone. Right? But this challenge comes when I step out. When we are in the middle of devotees, then is a matter of realization. If I'm really humble, if I'm more tolerant, and I'm equal in both the situations, when I get critics or when I get glorified. So, this is a stage of Bahudak. When you go out, preach, and face the both situations, and realize the words we sing from the songbook. Ki rupe paibo seva mui durachar. These songs. If we meditate and focus on these songs, then it comes to a matter of realization. Especially when interactions with devotees, with outsiders, doesn't matter. But when it comes to interaction with devotees, then challenging. And the realization comes. So after crossing this stage of Bahudak, then it becomes Hamsa. Hamsa means swan. And what is the quality of swan? God gift quality. Separate milk from water. It's so difficult, right? If you mix milk with water, how are you going to separate that? Swan can do. That means even in the presence of in this material world and seeing the flaws in everyone, the swan like devotees, Adoshadarshi Prabhu. Adoshadarshi means one who don't see our faults. He take the milk, means he take the essence from everyone and engage that essence in the service of Mahaprabhu. That's the stage of Hamsa. Every individual has some qualities. And every individual has some flaws. But in our stage, we mostly focus on flaws. That's the nature, that's a tendency. No need to hide that. We can't hide that. I'm not saying no need to. We can't hide that, that's natural. That's human nature. But transition is from human nature to Vaishnava nature. A stage comes when we only see good in everyone. And the moment we start seeing good in everyone, we become good. Because this is the meaning of association. Association means adaptation. I like your shirt so much. I want to wear that same color of shirt. So what I'm doing, I'm associating because I want to adapt that. And if I associate with the wrongs and flaws, I'm going to develop the same nature. So Hamsa is that stage, swan. Only take the essence, the milk. And crossing that stage then comes to, aage aajo, Prabhu thoda sa, please come forward. Aajo, welcome. Then come the stage of Paramhansa. They have nothing to do with milk and water. For them everything is same. They see, Paramhansa means those who see Sarvbhuteshu apashyet. Those who see the presence of Lord in everyone's heart, and everyone is present in Lord's heart. The stage of Paramahansa. Crossing the stage of Hamsa comes the stage of Paramahansa. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam is known as Paramahansa Samhita for Paramahansas. Understand? Like one example, since we are here, having darshan of Sri Srimad Bhakti Vallabh Tirth Goswami Maharaj, when he came to America, some couple of years back, he told one story to one of my godmother in LA. He told one story that he said, I was very obedient son of my mother, but only one time I got slapped by my mother, which is a very rare in India. Just one time? That's very rare. In India we get daily prasadam. But Srila Maharaj said, only one time. Why? क्या हो रहा है? क्या कर रहे हो?
महाराज जी वो इनकी वाइफ प्रेग्नेंट है तो नीचे नहीं बैठ सकते।
तो बैठो ऊपर, किसने रोका?
हाँ वो अभी आ रहे हैं।
ठीक है, क्या बोल रहा था?
He got slapped
only once.
Yes, he said only one time. And he gave a very simple example, but it has so much gravity. He said, once upon a time, my mother gave me a plate of prasadam, and he also gave a plate of prasadam to my elder brother. And my elder brother also came, sat next to me, and I saw his plate has more prasadam than my plate. He said, I went to my mother and said, why my brother get more prasadam than me? And that was the point when the mother slapped him and gave him a teaching. Learn this. Only focus on your plate. Don't focus on other plates. Maharaj said, Srila Maharaj said, I took this very seriously in my life. It's not about just a plate of prasad. It's about everything else. This interaction, these words of Maharaj has so much gravity. Focus on your plate. Focus on your plate, not other plates. And he said, throughout my life, I followed this example. Not only just in my so-called school life, but also in my spiritual practices, in my preaching and everywhere. Please come, sit here. So, focused on that. What it has to do with Srimad Bhagavatam? Why I am saying this? There is a reason. 2 points here. First of all, there are two kinds of Bhagavat. One is Person Bhagavat, another is Grantha Bhagavat, means literature, book Bhagavat. Person Bhagavat means one who already crossed the stage of Hamsa. They see good in everyone. That's why they are divine people. They are divine personalities. If they start seeing our flaws, then nothing like our Gurudev, Shri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he gave one example. I was in a room and he said, he was speaking to a couple of devotees. He said, I know all of your flaws. and it's like a cabbage. If I start taking leaves out, thinking maybe I'll get something in the middle, in the end, just leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing. I'm engaging this cabbage in the service of the Lord. Means, with all your flaws, I'm ignoring those and giving you the opportunity to serve the mission of Mahaprabhu. Your contribution, your physical contribution, your morale, your possessions, I'm engaging them in the service of Krishna. Otherwise, you are too stubborn to hold them back. You don't want to give up. So even though cabbage is closed, but it can be used in the service of Lord. Similarly, I'm not opening up those. I'm keeping that hiding. Because by serving, you'll get out of all those flaws and develop all good qualities. That's the promise of Krishna. Jat shradho mat kathasu nirvin sarv karmeshu ved dukhatmakana paritagya apnishvara tato bhajate mam shradhalu drid nishchaya. 11th canto Bhagavatam. Jat shradho mat kathasu nirvin sarv karmeshu. One who has developed one-pointed devotion unto me. Krishna is saying this. Jat shradho mat kathasu nirvin sarv karmeshu. One who has given up all other kind of duties towards varnashram dharma and developed a taste in hearing and speaking my pastimes. Jat shradho mat kathasu, my glories. Ved dukhatma kama paritagya apnishvara. If he is not able to give up one's bad habit, it's very difficult to give up bad habits. It's more difficult to develop or embrace those good habits. But it's also very difficult to give up the bad habits. Krishna said, nothing to worry. Keep on hearing my pastimes from the sadhus. If you read by your own, maybe some impressions will be there. But most important, hearing from my sadhus. Tato bhajate mam shradhalu nishchaya. We take one conviction, okay, I was doing this wrong, I'm going to give up on this day of Ekadashi. Firm determination, I'm going to give up this. But again, next Ekadashi, not doing that same 10 wrongs, but at least 8 wrongs. So advance into 2%. Tato bhajate mam shradhalu nishchaya. And continuously serving me and doing my bhajan. Very soon he will come out of this bad habits. 11th canto Krishna. This is how. Why? What it has to do with person Bhagavad. All our acharyas, Gurudevs, they are Bhagavats. And what is on the tip of their lips? The speaking the glories of book Bhagavad. And what is mentioned in the book Bhagavad is the glories of person Bhagavad. They are interrelated each other. So the second verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Dharma projit kaitav atro parmo nirmasaranam satam. Nirmasaranam satam. One has to give up what? Dharma projit kaitav. Hypocrisy, which are 4 in number. Dharma, Arth, Kam and Moksha. This is the lotus feet of Krishna. This is called Siddhanta. 10th canto will come later. But we can pour 10th canto in 1st canto also. This is art. But why first and second canto is considered to be the lotus feet of the Lord? Because it's full of Siddhanta and Tattva. Dharma projit kaitav, hypocrisy, which are dharma, arth, kam and moksha. What is dharma? Religiosity, economic development, sense gratification and liberation. Giving up this and associating with nirmasaranam satam. Those sadhus which are nirmasar means they have no envious mood. When envious mood comes, when I see more prasadam in others' plate. Why I got 2 baked potatoes and Hemant got 4.
I got only half.
That's the point comes. Nirmasaranam satam. This is a matter of, this should be the matter of meditation and realization. Reading from the books, learning and reading from the books is just like a news reader. They speak more fluent. If you see news, the news readers, they are so fluent in speaking. But meditating and realizing, that's a totally different realization. क्या हो गया उनको?
गला खराब आई थी उनका ना, तो मिश्री दे रही थी उनको.
Nirmasaranam satam. Even though Srimad Bhagavatam is the form of Krishna, but who knows Krishna better than anyone else? Radharani. Therefore, it's mentioned in Bhagavatam everywhere. Hearing about Bhagavatam. Shunvatam swakatha Krishna punya shavan kirtanai. Everywhere is mentioned about hearing. Any other example?
Shravan is the first limb of Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. So,
Shunvatam sakatha
Swakatham, Krishna
punya shavan kirtanai. Meaning?
When you hear my kathas, Krishna himself is saying, if you hear my kathas, I'll enter into your heart and cleanse it.
Nashparayashu abhadreshu nityam bhagavatam sevaya. That means hearing. What gopis are saying? Tav kathamritam
tapta jivanam
kavi bhiditam
kalmashapam
shavan mangalam. Hearing. So everywhere in Bhagavatam, mostly emphasizing on hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. But hearing from Nirmasaranam Satam. Who's hearing Bhagavatam? Parikshit Maharaj. Who's speaking Bhagavatam? Shukdev Goswami. Who is Parikshit Maharaj? Krishna Kripa Prapt. One who got the mercy of Krishna. Who is Shukdev Goswami? Radha Kripa Prapt. Shukdev Goswami is dear pet of Radharani. Parrot. Pet of Radharani. Parrot only repeats. Parrot, the nature of parrot is what? To repeat. And other nature of parrot is, if parrot touch any fruit with his beak, it gets more sweet. Yeah. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam is considered to be as the essence of all the scriptures. Nigam kalptarum galitam phalam shuk mukhat amr dravya samyutam pibat bhagavata rasmalayam muho raho rasika bhuvi bhavaka. Nigam kalptaru means desire fulfilling tree. Tree has leaves, fruits, flowers, skin, etc. But the essence of the tree is present in the fruit. And Srimad Bhagavatam is compared to as a very special fruit. What is that fruit? The king of all the fruits. Mango. Nigam kaltarum galitam phalam. Galitam means fallen. Another name of Krishna is infallible. What is that meaning? Achyuta. Name of Krishna is Achyuta means infallible. He never falls. Indestructible. But this fruit is fallible. Galitam phalam. That's the comparison. Even though Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna is not different, but Krishna is Achyuta means infallible, and this fruit is Galitam, false. Why this fruit fell? Because of some specific reasons. According to Siddhanta and Tattva, Krishna is infallible. He don't fall. But when he comes in front of Radharani, and what to speak of having wrestling with Radharani, just by seeing the kataksha, the sidelong glance of Radharani, Venu kara nipatitam skalitam shikhandam Brashtam cha pitvasnam rajaraj suna Yasya katak shargata vimurchitasya Tam radhika charan renu ham smram. Prabodhan Saraswati Thakur describing this. See the comparison. That Krishna who is infallible, when he boldly announced that, is there anyone who can have wrestling with me? And the Sakhis, they bring Radharani in front of Krishna. Venu kara nipaditam skalitam shikhandam. You may say, what this has to do with Bhagavatam? This is Bhagavatam. That's why I said, Rupa Goswami specifically said, Aswadito rasika saha. The 5 important limbs of bhakti. First is what? Sajati ashe snigdhe sadhu sange satovare. To associate with high class devotees. And second is Shrimad Bhagavat Arthonam Aswadito rasika saha. To taste Shrimad Bhagavatam from Rasik Vaishnavas. Because if we don't associate with Rasik Vaishnava, how are we going to develop that taste? Yeah. Otherwise, everything else is tasteless. Those sadhus, Rasiks, Rasik Vaishnavas, they develop that taste. This is Bhagavatam, where Krishna, he falls. Is infallible from the perspective of external world, worldly people. But when it comes to the devotees, Rasik devotees, then Krishna falls. Venu kara nipatitam skalitam shikhandam. Seeing Radharani in front of him, his flute, first of all his flute fell. Then his peacock feather on the ground. Then his yellow outfit. And then Krishna also fell. One who is Achyuta, infallible, he fell on the ground. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is another form of Krishna or Krishna himself. Galitam phalam. That fruit, that mango, falls. Where was that mango? On the branch of Narayan. That fruit, mango, falls from the branch of Narayan, came to the branch of Brahma. Then that fruit falls from the branch of Brahma, came to the branch of Narad. Then that fruit fell from the branch of Narad to the branch of Vedavyas. When this fruit, mango, fell from the branch of Vedavyas, then there was a parrot who was sitting on that branch. He immediately hold that mango in his beak. And that mango became more Shuk Mukhad Amrit Dravya Samhitam Pibad Bhagavata Rasmalayam. This fruit became more sweet. That's the nature of God gift to parrot. So two nature of parrot. One is repeat. Another is if they touch with their beak, it becomes more sweet. Those fruits which are not touched with the beak of a parrot, they are not that sweet. You know? So Srimad Bhagavatam, touched by Shukadeva Goswami. And Srimad Bhagavatam is what? What Radharani spoke to her pet parrot. Shukadeva Goswami is repeating the same words. Same words to Parikshit Maharaj, who is Krishna Kripa Prapta. Parikshit was in the womb of his mother. What is his mother name?
Uttara.
Didn't heard Bhagavatam before? You need to hear 108 times. Parikshit Maharaj in the womb of Mother Uttara. And Ashwathama, he shooted one Brahmastra, nuclear weapon, to kill the descendant of Pandavas, means Parikshit, who was in the womb of Uttara. Krishna entered in the womb of Mother Uttara. The child was already burned to ashes, almost. But with the nectarian glance of Krishna, the child got birth. Means,
Saved.
huh?
Child got saved?
Saved, got a new life. So that's why Parikshit Maharaj is Krishna Kripa Prapta. Or, in other words, Krishna Tadatme Prapta. Oneness with Krishna. And Shukadeva Goswami is parrot god Radharani Tadatme. Oneness with Radharani. So it's not Shukadeva Goswami speaking to Parikshit Maharaj, it's Radharani speaking to Krishna. And Krishna is hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. What is evidence? Maharaj, you just fabricating? No. I have done over 150 Bhagavad Kathas. I am not fabricating anything. I think this is 151. The best evidence is Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming to Shri Gadadhar Pandit to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Who is Mahaprabhu? Krishna. Who is Gadadhar Pandit? Mahaprabhu coming every day to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Shri Gadadhar Pandit. Every day. Why? Krishna don't know Bhagavatam? No. Krishna don't know the sweetness of his own names. Krishna don't know the sweetness of his own beauty. Krishna don't know the sweetness of his own qualities. Who knows better? का कृष्णस्य प्रणय जनिभू श्रीमती राधिका एका. Radharani, she knows the beauty of the Krishna's name. She knows the beauty of Krishna's qualities. She knows the beauty of Krishna's form. So no one else can describe Bhagavatam better than Shri Radharani. And those who are Tadatme, oneness with Radharani, they are our acharyas. Shri Rupa Goswami, Vishnu Chakra Thakur, Sanatan Goswami, Srila Bhakti Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, all our Guru Vargas, all acharyas, they are Radha Tadatmya Prapt. Just like Shukdev Goswami is Radharani Tadatmya Prapt, oneness with Radharani. How you get oneness with Radharani? If you all day and night meditating on some object, or day and night meditating on object of your worship, forget about other objects. You imbibe the moods. This is called Tadatme, oneness. Keep on meditating on a Bollywood star, you get Tadatme Prapt. One person, he was watching a movie of one actor again and again and again, and the actor is on the movie jumping from the floor. So because of his meditation day and night on that actor, he also jumped from his floor and ended up with breaking 2 bones.
They used to say that for kids when they were watching Chota Bheem and things like that. Shaktiman, yes.
Shaktiman and all.
Because the kids would meditate so much on that character.
Then they also do such
Then
stuff.
they also do such things.
No? Similarly, our acharyas, our Gurudev, my Guru Maharaj, Gurudev, all our acharyas, because they day and night serving Krishna under the guidance of Radharani and with the same mood as Radharani. What is the mood of Radharani? Ashlishya va padaratam pinashtu mam
Adarshanat marmatam karotu va
Yatha tatha va.
dhatu lamputo mat prananathas sattveva napara.
Meaning,
I know no one but Krishna as my Lord.
loud.
I know no one but Krishna as my Lord. He shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or leaves me alone, brokenhearted. He is my worshipful Lord unconditionally.
This unconditional love. This is a common phrase in the life history of all our acharyas. Unconditional love. Not with any condition. This is called Radha Tadatme Prapt. Therefore, they describing Srimad Bhagavatam, and no one can describe as these acharyas. Rupa Goswami, Vishnu Chakra Thakur, Sanatan Goswami, Bhakti Thakur. They are Radharani Nijajans, eternal associates of Radharani. That's why hearing Bhagavatam from them or the commentaries from them, and you hear Bhagavatam from any other professional, they are not Radha Tadatme Prapt. Why so? Because she possesses the greatest of all love, of all prema. And even though she is the extreme limit of prema for Krishna, she never show off that. She's always hiding that. Always hiding in her heart that prema. Krishna wants that prema to get exposed. And she's trying so hard to, best to hide. So there's a competition between Krishna and Radharani. She wants to hide that, and Krishna wants to expose that. And in this, Krishna won. Only in this matter Krishna won. In all other, he got defeat. How he won? Taking shelter of Radharani, becoming Mahaprabhu. And then he start exposing the glories of Radharani, glorifying Radharani. Glorifying Radharani so much. So who won here? Krishna won. But in that winning of Krishna is a defeat of Krishna. Getting my point or not? Hmm? Please open this. It's so much suffocating.
You can open the one over there more.
I already opened Prabhuji. It's
Can you
open.
open more?
Those who are feeling cold, please come this side then.
This one is
I
quite
yes, already opened.
It's cold? You come here next to me. Because it's so stuffy, I can't breathe.
You can maybe turn the fan.
Whatever, something. Shut it off. No, but I need breeze. क्या बोल रहा था?
Actually, it's been a very long day also for you today because you started with East Coast time, so it's almost 12:30. So maybe we can continue tomorrow.
No. Let me finish this. What point I was
Rather,
saying?
because Krishna lost, but still he won by Radharani's mood.
As well.
Yes. In every aspect, Krishna always get defeat. In terms of his beauty, comparison with Radharani. This is Bhagavatam. In comparison with the beauty of Radharani, beauty of Radharani on Krishna, whose beauty is more? Radharani's beauty. In terms of the names, whose name is more powerful and glorious? You speak with evidence.
Mama nama Satyena Radha nama Sadhana.
Speak with evidence. He said, Ramo Rame Rameti Rame Ram Manohare. Sahasra Namabhis Tulyam Ram Nam Manohare. 1000 names of Vishnu is equivalent to one Ram. If you chant 1000 times Vishnu, 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 and you chant one Ram, then is equivalent.
So Maharaj, if you read Vishnu Sahasranama and if you read say Ramji once, that's same.
It's same. Yeah. 3000 Vishnu name is equivalent to one Krishna. Means 3 times Ram, Ram, Ram and one Krishna is equivalent. Understand? But Krishna is saying Kram Dipika Mama Shateva Nam Radha Nam.
Nama Satyena Radha nama Saduttamam Yasmaretu Sada Radha.
Na Janitam.
Na jani.
What is the meaning?
Radha's name is even powerful than when you chant my name 100 times and
Yes.
say Radha once, there is more power.
100 names of Krishna is equivalent to one Radha. So in terms of name, Radharani is winning over Krishna. In terms of the beauty, Radharani is winning over Krishna. The qualities, Radharani. So everywhere, Krishna is getting defeat. But on one aspect, Krishna has got victory. And that is, Radharani wants to hide her moods. And Krishna took this as a challenge. I'm going to expose these moods. So Krishna, he became Mahaprabhu. How he became Mahaprabhu? Not by his own desire or will. He has to take shelter of Radharani to become Mahaprabhu. And when he became Mahaprabhu, then what happened? Jadi Gauranga na haito, tabe ki haito, ke mana dharita de. Radhara mahima प्रेम रस सीमा jagat janato ke. What is the meaning? If Mahaprabhu would have not come, how the glories of Radharani would have spread all over. Understand? So Krishna took shelter of Radharani to expose that hidden love which she was having in her heart. That means in this place Krishna got victory. Because she wanted to hide and Krishna wanted to expose. So who got victorious? But in that victory of Krishna is a defeat of Krishna. नहीं समझे अभी नहीं समझे.
How come he's defeated? Because Radharani is glorified so much.
Huh?
I don't know. Why is
Even
he
though
defeated?
Krishna got victory here, but victory of whom? Radharani ना.
Right.
कैसे समझाऊं ये?
हिंदी में समझा दो, हमें भी समझ आ जाएगी।
मैं तो हिंदी बोलना चाहता हूँ. ये लोग खाना ही नहीं देंगे मेरे को. भोजन ना मिलेगा उनको.
इंग्लिश में तो
खाने को नहीं मिलेगा, भूखा मर जाऊंगा.
थोड़ी देर हिंदी में समझा दो.
थोड़ा हिंदी में सुना।
थोड़ा दरवाजा खोलोगे तो समझाऊंगा. यस. अच्छा, समझो बात को. राधा जी कभी भी अपने प्रेम को, अपनी भावना को कभी भी प्रकाशित नहीं करना चाहते. 5 minutes हिंदी प्लीज. लेकिन कृष्ण चाहते हैं कि मैं राधा जी के प्रेम को सारे जगत के सामने खोल कर दिखलाऊं, क्योंकि उन्होंने उस प्रेम को अंदर छिपा रखा है. कहाँ छिपा रखा है? एकदम हृदय के अंदर लॉक कर रखा है. क्योंकि ये भक्त स्वभाव है, ये शक्ति स्वभाव है. वो अपने प्रेम को कभी उजागर नहीं करना चाहते, कभी प्रेम को नहीं दिखाना चाहते, छिपा कर रखा है. लेकिन कृष्ण क्या कर रहे हैं? ऋणी हो रहे हैं उस प्रेम के. न पारे हम निर्वद्ध समझो सुसाधु कृत्य विभूति उषापी. कृष्ण कह रहे हैं मैं उस प्रेम का ऋणी हो गया, और जब तक किसी का लोन ना चुकाया जाए तो क्या होगा? और ऋणी हो जाएगा ना. मैंने आपसे उधार लिया और नहीं चुकाऊंगा तो क्या होगा?
और उधार बढ़ेगा.
और बढ़ गया ना मेरा. इसी प्रकार भगवान भी. ये क्या करती है? यू नॉट अ किड. हियर हरि कथा. राधा रानी अपने उस प्रेम को छिपा रही हैं. कृष्ण उस प्रेम को सारे जगत के सामने प्रकाशित करना चाह रहे हैं, है ना. तो हर जगह तो राधा जी की जय होती है, कृष्ण की पराजय होती है, डिफीट होती है. लेकिन इस स्थिति में कृष्ण महाप्रभु बनकर आए. वो भी राधा जी का ही आश्रय लेकर महाप्रभु बनकर आए, और उन्होंने सारे जगत के सामने राधा जी के प्रेम को खुला खुला बतला दिया कि भाई उनको क्या होता है. महाप्रभु जी ने स्वयं अपने ऊपर करके दिखलाया. मैं रोता हूँ, जमीन पर गिर जाता हूँ, स्वयं रोकर ये सब करके दिखला रहे. तो मतलब राधा जी की महिमा को प्रकाशित कर रहे हैं. तो यहाँ पर कृष्ण क्या हो गए? जय को प्राप्त हुए. लेकिन राधा जी की पराजय नहीं हुई, क्योंकि गुणगान तो राधा जी के गा रहे हैं, तो उनकी पराजय नहीं हुई है. भले ये जय राधा जी की गा रहे हैं. कौन? कृष्ण, है ना. राधा जी की गा रहे हैं, तो इसका मतलब राधा जी की यहाँ पराजय हो गई है? नहीं, राधा जी फिर भी विजयी रही है, कृष्ण पराजय हो गए हैं, क्योंकि गुणगान राधा जी के ही गाए जा रहे हैं. ये बात मैं बतला रहा था. दिस इज भागवतम, where the glories of Radharani expressed in details. Even though she forbade, Shukdev Goswami never ever express my names and don't expose my prem. Radharani instructed Shukdev Goswami. But how long and how much can a disciple control it? Gurudev is saying to disciple, don't tell my glories. Don't expose me. Expose not in a negative way.
Glorify.
Glorify me, sorry. है ना? But disciple can't resist. To some extent, yes, tolerating. But is bound to express, glorify one's Gurudev. He can't resist, she can't resist. That's the glories. So similarly, Bhagavatam is like this. Even though Radharani told Shukdev Goswami not to glorify me, but he can't resist there. And not only 10th canto, many places in Bhagavatam, he is glorifying Radharani with pronouns, not directly name, indirectly. And then 10th canto also many places. When the gopis are searching for Krishna, gopi means all other gopis. So Shukdev Goswami, when he's uttering the words, means in words there are 4 lines. Just like Sarv Dharman Paritajye Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja Aham Tom Sarpapebhyo Mokshami Masucha, 4 lines. When Shukdev Goswami describing how the gopis are in search for Krishna, other gopis only uttering 2 lines. And when he's describing the glories of Radharani, then 4 lines. Being partial there. Because he's helpless. He has eaten the remnants of Radharani and he's the pet parrot of Radharani. He's the disciple of Radharani. So he can't resist. He has to be partial. And there is nothing wrong in that. Because a disciple means glorifying Gurudev. Like if you say, how you have to be partial with Nityam Prabhu and Mahaprabhu? Whose side you going to take? Mahaprabhu, Nityam Prabhu, they are both same. But Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur, the title of the book is Chaitanya Bhagavat. Means the glories of pastimes of Mahaprabhu. This is Chaitanya Bhagavat. No? Who wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat? Vrindavan Das Thakur. But what he wrote in Chaitanya Bhagavat? The glories of Mahaprabhu or Nityam Prabhu? Because he is disciple of Nityam Prabhu. So instead of describing the glories of Mahaprabhu, he started speaking about Nityam Prabhu more than Mahaprabhu. So this is not called partial, but a special inclination towards one's worshipable. That's natural. That's called natural love. This is Bhagavatam. I've not even started yet. That's not even introduction. That was just I was
Preface.
preface.
More like a
Trailer.
Yes.
That this really annoy me. 1 hour Bhagavatam.
महाराज जी वो आधा घंटे आगे खड़ी
ये तो सामने पड़ी है मेरे. हम अपना जुगाड़ लेके चलते हैं. Anyway, it's better if from tomorrow if we start little early.
So then I have a suggestion, Maharaji, if everybody agrees. So what we can do is start dot at 7. Only 5 minutes kirtan. We start Hari Katha and then
In the middle of Katha we can have one
we
kirtan.
can do one kirtan like
Yes.
how you do in India when you do Bhagavatam.
Yes.
So dot at 7:05 we should start Hari Katha.
I like this.
And then in the middle we'll do one.
And because this is like a Bhagavatam class and it's very elaborate and so much to say, therefore we can transgress that the sequence
Yes,
also.
yes, that's
There's
what I
no
was
need
saying.
to do the sequence.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
start with Gurudev something
That's it.
Maha
And we just
Mantra,
do Maha Mantra.
and then in
That's
the
it.
middle of
Yeah, we
half
can just do
session
kirtan,
we'll do one.
normal kirtan. Yeah.
Jagdish Prabhu will sing with harmonium. So he forgot today, no problem. From tomorrow. So 7 to 9, that would be
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
At least need 2 hours.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So we'll
1
start
hour
dot
is-
at 7:05 tomorrow. Hari Katha will start. We'll finish all the bhajans and everything before that. I'll make sure everybody is on, whatever we need to do. At 7:05 we'll start Hari Katha.
Maji, we can extend 1 hour. Today's is the Ekadashi, right? So
Today's Ekadashi, but tomorrow is working.
Because महाराज जी के लिए बहुत लंबा दिन हो
Yeah.
Maharaj ji just came today from
Oh,
the
yeah.
school.
If you tell us to start before you come, because there were lots of people here earlier, and if we had done kirtan, then you could have.
Yeah, whoever comes, they can start
They
kirtan.
can
That's
start,
fine.
so we don't need to wait for you.
No, absolutely. Maharaj ji actually likes that too. If
But
there's
sometimes
already,
I want to hear bhajans also.
but that can be the end, Maharaj ji. Then, like
Yeah.
if people are early and they can start, let them start, right?
Okay.
Yes,
Whoever comes early, they can start.
they can start.
There's no problem. Gaur Premanande.
महाराज जी,
Bhagavatam Mahapuran.
I want you to hear his
I know.
mridanga.
I know his Mridanga.
Maharaj
Oh,
ji,
you know
शुद्ध
him?
भक्त कीर्तन कर दीजिए प्लीज महाराज जी।
हाँ?
शुद्ध भक्त चरण में रहो।
Mridanga?
राघव
Raghav play.
राघव मृदंगा प्ले करो।
शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेम लती करमूला भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेम लती करमूला शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला माधवती थी भक्ति जननी जतने पालन कोरी माधवती थी भक्ति जननी यतने पालन कोरी कृष्ण वसति वसति बोली परम आदर कोरी कृष्ण वसति वसति बोली परम आदर कोरी गौर आमा जे सब स्थाने करलो भ्रमण रागे गौर आमा जे सब स्थाने करलो भ्रमण रागे से सब स्थाना हेरि बोआमी प्रणय भक्त सांगे से सब स्थाना हेरि बोआमी प्रणय भक्त सांगे मृदंग वाद्य शुनिते मान अवसरा सदा जाते मृदंग वाद्य शुनिते मान अवसरा सदा जाते गौरविता कीर्तन सुनी आनंद रे जयनाथे गौरविता कीर्तन सुनी आनंद रे जयनाथे ओ शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन शुद्ध भक्त जुगल मूर्ति देखिया मोरा परम आनंद होया जुगल मूर्ति देखिया मोरा परम आनंद होया जय राधे जय कृष्ण तुलसी देखी जुड़ायो प्राण माधव तो चली जानी तुलसी देखी जुड़ायो प्राण माधव तो चली जानी ओ जयो वृंदे जयो वृंदे तुलसी देखी जुड़ाओ प्राण माधव तो चली जानी तुलसी देखी जुड़ाया प्राण माधव तो चली जानी गौर प्रिया शाक सेवनी जीवन सार्थक मानी गौर प्रिया शाक सेवनी जीवन सार्थक मानी ओ भक्ति विनोद कृष्ण भजने अनुकूल पाया भक्ति विनोद कृष्ण भजने अनुकूल पाया ओ प्रभु हे ओ प्रभु हे भक्ति विनोद कृष्ण भजने अनुकूल श्री परीक्षित महाराज की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, मंगल हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंद हरे कृष्ण।
श्रीपाद सिद्धांती महाराज की जय, श्रीपाद भक्ति वेदांत सिद्धांती महाराज की जय, श्रीपाद भक्ति वेदांत सिद्धांती महाराज की
जय।
बस 3 बार था।